How about a quick Randazzo Rants for December 12th? That's right, we are less than 2 weeks away from Christmas. A cold Thursday here in the Quad Cities, but a lot of college basketball to talk about as it's Cyhawk Week in the state of Iowa. It tipped off last night with the women. The Iowa women knocking off Iowa State 75-69 at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa fell behind by double figures early on in this one, but come back and get the victory behind Lucy Olson, the Villanova transfer sensational. 25 points and 5 assists. Sydney Allfalter with 16 points and 6 rebounds. She also knocked down 3 big three-pointers as Iowa picks up a victory. That's their 9th straight at Carver Hawkeye Arena in the series. Iowa State led by Audi Crooks. She was sensational last night. 31 points, 10 rebounds, but Iowa State just 6 of 16 from the free throw line. That's 37%. That will not win you a lot of basketball games, especially close competitive rivalry games like we had last night at a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. So, of course, everyone wondering what this Iowa basketball program will look like after Caitlin Clark. And obviously, that is the main headline, but people almost forget that Iowa has to replace Lisa Bluter this year as well. Obviously, one of the best college basketball coaches in the business, winning nearly 400 games at the University of Iowa, winning 752 overall in a career that started right here in the Quad Cities over at St. Ambrose. Jan Jensen knows a lot about the program, been there for a while, so the transition was smooth, but there's still a transition when it comes to being on the sidelines, making big calls late in games, and I thought Jan Jensen did a great job last night getting a victory over Bill Fenley and the Iowa State Cyclones. Of course, the other big headline from this game is women's college basketball in the state of Iowa is alive and well. You throw in Drake in northern Iowa and the ladies doing good things on the hardwood in the state of Iowa. Of course, the rivalry continues tonight. Iowa and Iowa State go head-to-head. 6:30 tip-off at Carver Hawkeye Arena. That game on FS1. Iowa comes in as 5.5-point underdogs to the third-ranked Cyclones in what should be almost maybe a sellout crowd at Carver Hawkeye Arena. I heard last night about 1,000 tickets still remained at that point, so a near sellout or a sellout at Carver Hawkeye Arena, and that's why it's a big opportunity for Iowa on several fronts. Obviously, on the hardwood itself, a big chance to pick up a victory over a top 5 team. Iowa State coming in ranked 3rd in the nation, and rightfully so. Very good basketball team, both defensively and more offense this year as well. But it's a big opportunity because it should be a rare big crowd at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Those guys go out there, give the crowd something to cheer about, pick up a victory, perhaps more people start going to Iowa men's basketball games as they should be doing right now as well. And if Iowa is to get the victory tonight, Peyton Samford, in my opinion, has to be special, has to have a big game. It's going to be a good basketball game. We mentioned that line at 5.5. I think it's closer than that. Can't quite pick Iowa just yet. We'll say the Cyclones win this one 82-79. We'll chat about it tomorrow and kind of wrap things up with a busy week of the Cyhawk series. Some news closer to home that really intrigued me yesterday was there's a national pickleball tournament coming to the Quad Cities in August. Now, I'll be honest, I used to think pickleball was something that older people did to pass some time. My wife got into it this summer. She's not old, so don't get me in trouble there. My kids got into it this summer, so I started playing it as well, and I will be honest, I am one of those people that's absolutely addicted to pickleball. So cool to see them coming in August. It's pros and amateurs, it says. So maybe I'll have to polish off the pickleball paddle and get out there as well. But also $1.2 million being raised here for the Quad Cities. So that is awesome as well. So looking forward to seeing a pickleball tournament, a national pickleball tournament coming to the Quad Cities in August. Last but not least, it's the holiday season. My kids love Christmas movies. Last night, my youngest wrapped up watching Home Alone 2, and I think I mentioned to some people that last year was the first time I saw Home Alone 2. I love Home Alone 1. Home Alone 2 is pretty good as well. Home Alone 1 is where it's at. When it comes to Christmas movies for myself, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, and Elf are the GOATs. They're the top three. You have to watch them every year, and not just watch them once, but you can watch them several times as well. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your Christmas movies, and you guys are getting ready for Christmas as well. I'm also getting ready for Off the Air with Matt Randazzo, a live streaming sports show we're going to launch on January 6th right here on YouTube. It'll go out to all the podcast platforms as well. So if you're not already, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. A lot of work left to be done, but we're excited to start something brand new here in the Quad Cities coming up in January.